Hello everybody and welcome to another unboxing video with me. I am Evan Erwin. I am here with a Fate Reforged Fat Pack. This is really sweet. I love the Fat Packs as they give you lots of boosters and they give you some lands and they give you a cool card box to keep all your stuff in. And this is the new one for Fate Reforged, of course, and we will be diving right into it. So let's go. Cool. So here is our Fate Reforged Fat Pack, and it is beset on all sides by the plastic. And on the back here, it's talking about burning history and what the contents are, and there's your intro packs if you want them, and of course your booster packs. Now, I did open a whole booster box, and we'll be linking to that later. If you want to check out me opening some Fate Reforged, that thing can happen. But we're going to open some Fate Reforged now in the form of this Fat Pack. So, now the last time I did this, there was some comments that when I took off the sleeve, I was not aware and or I didn't point out that the sleeve itself can be unfurled into a poster. And I will show you what that poster looks like now. Ooh, that's some really sweet glue that doesn't destroy it. So now, so now you can put this on your wall, and all of the cons blocks posters for the Fat Packs, as I understand it, are landscape. So you'll be able to have like cons up here, and then you'll have Fate Reforged, and then there'll be dragons next time, which is cool. And this is obviously a big panorama image, which is really nice. So I think this is cool, and I pointed this out this time because I didn't point it out last time and totally heard about it. All right, moving on. We have our player's guide. Player's guides are really cool because they give you, sort of a visual look at the entire set. They give you some words from R&D themselves where they talk about some of the cards and why they're important. There's some story stuff right here, Time of the Ancestors. There's a lot of time travel in this, and Battle of the Elder Dragons, which is really cool. Talking about Ugin, you got to make sure that Ugin is important and people know why he is important, things of that nature. We go through all of the clans, including the Obzon houses, the Sultai Brood, along with their leader, the original leader, Tassiger and Silumgar. There's the Mardu Horde, which includes Alicia, who smiles at death. She's totally just grinning at death. And finally, of course, the Teamer Frontier with Yasova Dragonclaw. Again, one of the things that I thought was really cool about the clan leaders is that all of the clan leaders in Fate Reforged are the opposite sexes of those that are in Khans of Tarkir. So, you have Sidisi, Brood Tyrant, instead of Tassagir, who's the guy. And then for Mardu, instead of Alicia, who smiles at death, of course, you have Zergo Helm Smasher. Thank you. And Yasova Dragonclaw, of course, turns into Sirach Dragonclaw, which is cool. The 10 coolest Fate Reforged cards by the lead designer. This is always interesting to me because this really gives you an idea of like what R&D was thinking and what cards they feel are really interesting. And I really appreciate the fact that one of my favorite cards in the set is number 8. So I think Reality Shift is super, super good, which is nice. Just an ad right here, Burn Into History, more Fate Reforged products, and we have our card encyclopedia. So they're able to go through and show you every single card in the entire set. So for those who are creating complete sets, or those who just want to know what's in the set and what every single card does, they always finish out the player's guide with this entire listing. And I always felt that that was really sweet, along with your card checklist. Again, if you're creating complete sets, not only can you see all the cards, not only can you see all the cards, but you can also, of course, check them off as you get them. And that is the end of the player's guide. But the player's guide is really nice, and I dig it. So we go over here to our box, which is encapsulated in some cardboard. I'll get rid of that. Here's our box again. So on the back, same picture. Okay. So we're going to remove the first 2 cardboard sleeves. We have some deck boxes, it looks like, in the form of Sarkhan, as on this one. We can put these things together, as you do. So put that in, put that forward. Okay. And then here, go down like that. Just really sweet. So there's your first deck box that you can use via the Fat Pack, and they gave you another one. And on this one is Ugin, so you have Sarkhan and Ugin, which is cool. I won't put this one together. You saw me put together the other one. You know how it works. Okay, so here we have a couple of different things. We have a pack of lands, and as I mentioned in my unboxing of the booster box, if you want to go check that out, the lands right here are not exactly rare, but they're rarer than your average land because they put non-basic lands in each pack instead of a basic land in each pack, and that matters. So let's take a look at how many we're getting here, because that is important. Okay, so these are packaged individually beyond the 4 booster packs over here, and there's 5 booster packs over here along with your special die that we'll check out in just a moment. So let's see how many lands they gave us. Now, as I understand it, this is the only way you can get these basic lands along with the intro packs. So the Fate Reforged lands are interestingly difficult to find in comparison to other ones. And here, you know, we just have a nice big stack of all the Fate Reforged lands. Got the nice Fate Reforged symbol over there, and these are all sort of the time travel affected lands, which I think is also really sweet. And you can compare them and contrast them with the Khans of Tarkir lands. Check those out there, and we'll get to our booster packs in just a moment. First, we're going to open this package, which also lets us see the custom spin down die. Now, this has the Fate Reforged symbol on top, as you see there, which is cool. And they call it a spin down because, sure enough, it starts to spin down all the numbers and stuff. One thing to note, do not roll randomly with this die, because it's a spin down. The way that I roll it and drop it, because it's a spin down, I can put it a certain way so it always shows a high number or a higher number. And as a result, these are very rarely used to choose a random person to start the game, things of that nature. So, it's booster pack opening time. We will close up our box. Give me just a little bit more room. Whoop. That fits right on top. Cool. We're going to move these right up here so you guys can see them. And it's booster pack opening time. Let's do it. So I'm ready for some sweet foil Ugin action. We're going to begin with a Sustenance that is harsh, as you do. Pressure Point, which is a fantastically playable limited card. I love it so much. Sandblast and the Bathing Dragonfire. You got Defiant Ogre, which is really bad. Destructive Dragon. It's a green dragon. Those are very, very rare. Appreciate it while you have it. Jeskai Barricade is cool. Rage Form is just like Word Soup, and I like Word Soup because it tastes good. The Crucible of the Spirit Dragon is my rare. Not good. Not great. Kind of sad. Kind of brings the sadness. I tend to open a lot of that card for whatever reason. So, moving on. My real curiosity is how many foils and or mythics are able to get, because, you know, Fate Reforged, you know, the Fat Pack isn't exactly a booster box per se, so you're not really guaranteed a foil rare, and you're not really guaranteed a foil rare in a regular booster box, but generally you have 1 foil rare per box, and it's always nice to, you know, figure out what that is. But we'll see what we get out of this. So there's Mardu Scout. He is so good. So good. He's got 2 red mana, which is great for devotion. He's 3/1. He dashes for 2 mana. He's super powerful. I love him. Pilgrim of the Fires is fine, but Light Form is amazing. And Shockmaw Dragon is also good. Not as good as Light Form Unlimited, though. And Silumgar, the Drifting Death, the best card in this pack for limited. And I would totally first pick it with joy. There's Bloodfell Caves. Okay. Keeping the dream alive for the gain lands, or maybe even the fetch lands. Because we did open, or you can open rather, a fetch land from these packs, because they reprinted them from Khans, which I think is super interesting and tries to keep the price down just a little bit, because those fetch lands are going to just start gaining in price the instant Khans is out of print, and we'll see what they go from there. And Soulfire Grandmaster, what? That's what I'm talking about. This is the second most expensive mythic in the set. This card is fantastic, and I can't wait to see it do some work in Constructed. And needless to say, this Fat Pack has basically already paid for itself, which is really nice. And there's a foil Jeskai Sage. You know what? For value. Just good old-fashioned, straight value town. Population us. We also got a foil. That's great. Okay. So there's our dismal backwash, as I like to say. Even though that joke is terrible, I like to make terrible jokes. Oh man, and we're going to start with butt fight. Speaking of terrible jokes, you gotta love a butt fight. Well, you don't have to love a butt fight. Seems kind of gross. Sultai Rune Mark into Abzan Rune Mark. I've seen that multiple times in these print runs. We start with Elite Scale Guard, which is cool. Break through the line, not quite as cool. Renowned Weaponsmith, super sweet. But. Oh, there's Juyan, the Silent Tempest, the original clan leader for the Jeskai, and a man who can do very powerful things. And there's a Scour Barons, unfortunately. Not a fetch land, but that's okay. You're going behind Soulfire Grandmaster because ain't nobody going to beat that except Ugin. And I'm okay if Ugin beats that. Now, hidden in between a pack and the other pack was the rules reference card. So this allows you to unfurl this, as it were, and tell you exactly what is happening in a turn, which is cool. Getting started, you know, every phase of the turn and what you're going to do. Beginning phase, main phase, combat phase, main phase, ending phase. And over here on the other side, talks a little bit about the basics of magic and, you know, what a mana cost is and what this creature is and what tapping is and all that good stuff. So if you need that quick reference, you got one. Okay. Moving on. Pow. Ration Cleric. Sibsig Host. I hate the word Sibsig. It makes no sense to me. I know it's made up, and there's plenty of made up words in Magic, but does there really need to be that made up word? Rage Form, again, lots of words. On the German one, it's called What Form? W-U-T Form. Not making that up. It's really funny. Teamer Sabertooth is a limited bomb. Card is Redonkadonk and is one of the only cards that makes the Bad Lava Axe, the 5/5 dragon that you have to shuffle in, pretty good because you can return it to your hand for another 2 mana. Cloud Form is even better because that card is crazy good and limited. And here we go. What we got? Oh my god! Wow! 2 Soulfire Grandmasters out of 1 fat pack. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have packs to go. Oh my god. That is cray-cray. Yeah, so Soulfire Grandmaster will go on top of the other Soulfire Grandmaster. That's how we're going to do it up in here. And it still gave us a foil, which the other one gave us a foil too. Because the rich get richer, ladies and gentlemen. TRGR. Oh man. Value Town. Seriously? 2 Soulfire Grandmasters? That is nuts. That is good times. So I got high hopes. All right, Fat Pack, you have been so very good to us. You have shown us things. You have shown us the world and all its splendor. And holy cow, I can't wait to see what else we're going to get out of this ridiculous Fat Pack. Oh man. Typhoid Rats. That's a card, butt fight, because dumb jokes. Dragon Bell Monk is a very playable card. Vigilance and Prowess is a great combination to put together. The fact that no one really wants to block it. Valorous Stance is an amazing card. One of the first ever spoiled of the set, accidentally in fact, because Wizards accidentally published an article early and it was like, oh, this card's nuts. And everyone went crazy for it. Ruthless Instincts is a 3-mana option spell, which is very good. And Crux of Fate is a Wrath of God in black. That is still very, very good. I am not unhappy with that, but it ain't no Soulfire Grandmaster, you know what I'm saying? Holy cow. 2 of this guy. That is crazy. Huge Stone Retainers, because, you know, we still want foils and fine, even if they're foils of bad cards. That's okay. Just still put them over in the foil pile. And a Bloodstained Mire, because this pack has, this fat pack has to continue giving us the most ridiculous value. Seriously, this is fetch land. There's a fetch land and 2 Soulfire Grandmasters. Like, there's going to be like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the next pack. It's just, it's in there somewhere. I promise. Like, it's going to feed us lunch is what's going to happen here. Fat pack is so good. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. All right. We have our Soul Summons, which is so good. Card is so good. I love it. I really appreciate that it's white. I think it works so well with the mechanic. It just makes all the sense in the world. It's very powerful, super playable, and I like it. Power Technics, again, from Legends. Super cool that we can play with cards that are almost 20 years old. Humble Defector, just the Mondo-iest of the combo-iest. Rite of Undoing is an amazing card because it has Delve. Being able to do this for 1 mana is great. But now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Here we go. We're going to unveil another Mythic in Whisperwood Elemental. Yeah. I will take that, ladies and gentlemen. So we have the Soulfire Grandmasters, plural, along with Whisperwood Elemental, which is a very good card that I expect to see in Constructed at some point, because there's just too much advantage being gained by 5 mana and free creatures every turn, which is good. There's your Sky Captain, and there's the butt fight. Lightning Shrieker is bad, because if you wouldn't play Lava Axe, you wouldn't play that guy, so let's learn things. Return to the Earth, destroy stuff. Kind of expensive though. 5 mana, 3/5s are cards. Not great ones, but they're cards. 4 mana for the 3/3 that can get lifelink is good. He's fine. Vault Breaker, that's the name of that guy. The Vault Breaker breaks into vaults, gives you cards. Well, it doesn't really give you cards. He filters cards, and that's okay. Neutralizing Blast, terrible and limited, maybe in constructed, but probably not. And now, wait for it. Oh, Shamanic Revelation. This was my spoiler for Fate Reforged, which I appreciate from Wizards. And very similar to Collective Unconscious from Mercadian Masks, which had the first part of this card for 6 mana, 2 green and 4 colorless, and did not have the rest of it. So they're like, yeah, we just have to make it way, way better, because Collective Unconscious wasn't that good. But that's okay. You go back here in the back. Not on top of our Mythics or our Bloodstained Mire. Good gosh. Last one, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think, honestly, it's 2 Soulfire Grandmasters. I can't really be asking for anything now. I can't, you know, it's not right to hope for things after you've already been given such crazy riches. You know, gift horse in the mouth and all that good stuff. Typhoid Rats is a thing. I'm not going to say it. For God's sake, I've opened like one every pack. It's ridiculous. All right, there's a Rakshas's Disdain. You don't like it. You don't appreciate it. There's your Bad Lava Axe with your Einot Guides. There's your Sandstep Outcast, which is super good. All right, so Shifting Loyalties, not that great. Channel Harm, not that great. Lemon, he's not that good. But here we go. Here we go. Could we pull another Mythic out of this fat pack? What? Nope. Monastery Siege is good though. It is a fine blue card. It stacks fantastically. I think it's going to be good and constructed, I hope. But regardless, it is a fine card that is good. And Jungle Hollow is not a fetch land. However, you can never be upset with 3 Mythics and a fetch land. I mean, seriously, guys, just seriously, this is amazing. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the best fat pack I've ever opened in my life. What I would love to know, and feel free to do this in the comments below, is the best fat pack that you've ever opened and what you got out of it, or calculate the odds of which I pull 2 Soulfire Grandmasters from one single fat pack. Man, Value Town, choo-choo, here we come. It is fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to watch me open an entire booster box of Fate Reforged, you can do so right there. Pow! If you want to look at more unboxings from StarCityGames.com, you can look at them right there, including me and Brad Nelson and BBD and all these other cool people who you can hear from. You also, of course, should be liking and subscribing, as well as telling me what you got in your fat pack, of course, down below. And until next time, everybody, this is Erwin, tapping the cards so you don't have to.